Hello.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
Is that your name, Taya?
Hello.
Tia?
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. How are you
Yeah,
guys doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay. Sorry, I got a little bit of a late start.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Dr.
Hello.
Azago. Oh, everyone. Yeah, just say hi, everybody. Okay, cool. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start. I'm usually not the person doing these calls, but our nurse manager called off today. But I'm Dr. Azago. I'm one of the medical directors with Replenish. And so today it's more of an informational to see if you guys want to work with us. We're going to show you a presentation, but first we're going to kind of introduce ourselves just really, really quickly. Maybe not everybody will introduce themselves, but I would like you guys to let me know, what your professional title is and why you are interested in aesthetics. Okay, so really quickly, there's a Crystal White here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to go through everybody, but just some of the people that I see. What's your professional title?
I'm a registered nurse.
Okay, and what drew you to aesthetics?
It's just something I always been interested in. Today, like everything is about, beauty and stuff like that. I've been in every area of nursing, and this is something I've just been interested in for a while.
Okay, perfect. Okay, is it Taya or Tia?
Taya, yeah.
Taya? Okay. Oh, because of the act, yeah, Taya.
Yeah, all
Okay.
good. I'm a registered nurse. I currently work at Dell Children's in the emergency room. I kind of was always interested in the aesthetic side, like during nursing school. I know a couple friends that work as like registered nurses in the aesthetics world and like they love it. And so now I'm kind of like putting myself out there and just wanting to kind of start that journey.
Okay, great. All right, Heather. Okay.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm a registered nurse as well. I was looking at just making some changes in my nursing career about 4 years ago and decided to take an aesthetics course. So I ended up taking two of them. And I've actually been applying to jobs for the last couple of years. I found that a lot of companies want you to have quite a bit of experience to start out. So it's something I'm really interested in. When I took the class, they had people come in that we were able to practice on. So I was able to give some injections. And I just really loved all the outcomes and how happy everyone was with their results. And it's just such a joyful, happy, and fun place, I felt like at that time. So yeah, I've just been interested in it for a long time.
Okay, that makes sense. Let me ask you a question. So, where did you get trained?
It was called AMET, AMET. I would actually have to look to remember exactly.
No, that's okay.
So they travel around and they came to Austin.
Sure. And both two times you got trained by the same place?
Yes.
Okay. And they did have practice that day, but do you feel comfortable injecting by yourself right now?
At this point, no. I would prefer training.
Okay.
And when I talked to the recruiter, they were kind of like, well, it's okay if you don't have experience. But in order to get some experience, I prefer to be having a little bit of training first before I'm out on my own.
Gotcha. All right, Natalie, how about you?
Hi, I'm an RN. I just think aesthetics is something different than like hospital settings and like a nursing home. So I just think it would be interesting to learn something different.
Okay. And I don't Elmo. I don't know how to pronounce that.
My name is Holly. I don't know why I came up like that, but I'm a registered nurse. And I'm also just interested in doing something a little different. And I love giving injections. So I figured this would be something I would love.
Okay. All right, Trish.
Hi, I'm Trish. I'm an RN. I recently just finished up massage therapy school and wanted to get into doing the aesthetics and massage therapy to kind of get into a different branch of taking care of people because nursing is kind of starting to get to be a burnout. So I was looking to be into a different area of taking care of people. People seem to be just so lively coming to you. They want, to feel better and they want to look better. And it was just really getting to a different discipline of nursing and taking care of someone.
Okay, so are you an RN or?
I am. I'm an RN of 20 years.
But then you're also a massage therapist?
I just finished massage therapy school, yes.
Oh wow, you're gonna make a killing. Okay, Virginia?
I'm a registered nurse as well. I'm also looking for a change. I've always been hospital nurse, outpatient infusion is my most recent experience, and I just wanted to try something new.
Okay.
As well. I don't have experience with aesthetics at all.
Understood. Okay, and then this just says iPhone, but I mean, you're on camera. I don't know who that is.
Yes, I'm on my laptop.
No, I mean the person next to you. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe you can unmute yourself.
It may be me.
Okay. Yes.
Hi, I'm Stacy. I don't know if my name is popping up or not.
Yes, Stacy is popping up. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm Stacy. I'm an aesthetics. I just recently took a few classes in aesthetics. I'm looking to change. I'm all into like women's overall beauty, empowerment, all that good stuff. I want to actually have my own company, my own wellness spa. I'm actually currently in NP school right now, pursuing my graduate degree so I can start my own practice. But I need to get some training and stuff, first of all, in aesthetics, but that's what drove me to aesthetics.
Gotcha. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna start I mean, there's a few more people here, but I can't see their names, so I'm not really gonna ask them if they can unmute themselves. But everybody gave really good. Okay. Everybody really gave really good answers. Those are the answers that I was expecting. Typically, those are the same answers that we kind of get on every presentation. And so let me kind of go through what Replenish is. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. And it's going to take about maybe 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. If you guys have any questions, you can always put them in the chat. But after the call, I'm going to email you the presentation. And we're also going to follow up with you because if you know any other people who are also interested in a company like Replenish, then there's ways you can kind of get started and make money today. Okay, so let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so welcome to Replenish, guys. We have a comprehensive aesthetics and wellness program. And throughout the presentation, I have heard a lot of you guys' answers and reasons for wanting to join aesthetics, and we have a solution for all of you guys, right? So if you're here for a traditional job or want to get experience for a traditional job, or you want to get training, or you want to get practice, or you just want a medical director because you want to open up your own spa, we have all of those solutions for you guys. Okay, so what is Replenish? First of all, we are a concierge medical spa, right? We contract with nurses, NPs, PAs, medical estheticians, laser techs, massage therapists to provide compliant treatments in aesthetics and wellness under proper medical supervision. Some of the services we offer, these are not the entire list, but some of the most popular ones we offer are neuromodulators, so Botox, Xeomin, Dysport, dermal fillers, microneedling, IV therapy, medical grade skincare. Semaglutide is a huge deal right now. We have probably over 1,000 people on semaglutide just in Texas alone, and we're getting into Louisiana. And then testosterone. We also offer peptides and many different things, and we'll talk about some of the other things that we offer a little bit later. Okay, why was Replenish created? Well, the main reason why we were created, there were a few of us during the pandemic who noticed. So let me just give you a little bit of my background. So I'm one of the medical directors of five. A lot of us have experience in the aesthetic industry. I've been medical director for multiple entities, like It's a Secret Med Spa. That's probably the largest med spa I've been medical director for. And so we've seen thousands upon thousands of people get rejected for not having enough experience. Sometimes people can fall through the cracks, but typically, if they want you to work with them, a good med spa, you're gonna have to have experience. So that was the reason why we kind of created Replenish, so that people can get the experience that they needed. And when we say experience, I'm not talking about just a certificate. You can take any course. There's online courses you can take. There's, I'm not going to say any names, but there are people who will train anybody virtually, and you pretty much won't have too much medical supervision. They may provide you with, or you may be able to inject models like one day, right? But then you're kind of left on your own. And we have um, picked up a lot of those providers because of the way that we do things. So we have a model where we not only train you and give you a certificate, but we also provide unlimited practice, so that when you're saying, you know, to the dream job that you want, or, if you're starting a new place, you'll be confident enough to tell them, hey, I do have experience. I can inject. I can do all the injections, right? So we don't want you guys to leave Replenish without being a confident provider. Okay, so some of you are here because you want to learn a new skill, right? Some people just want to get into aesthetics because bedside nursing is not, it's not the move anymore, right? During the pandemic, we understood that we were a little bit expendable as healthcare professionals, right? Yeah, they did pay us a lot to go travel, right, to New York and all these other places, but COVID just and it's probably not going to be the last COVID, but COVID just kind of taught us that, the hospital setting, we probably need an alternative. So some people are here because they want to get that injecting job. They just want a traditional job. They don't want to be a contractor. They just want a traditional employment, right? And some people want to start a side gig, right? They want to keep their 9 to 5, or, well, I guess you work 12s. So they want to keep their 12s, 3 12s or 4 12s, and then inject on the weekends, right? This weekend, we had 4 different providers in Texas do Botox parties, right? One was in McAllen, one was in Rockport or Rockwall near Dallas, and the other two were in Houston. So the one in Rockwall actually got started with Replenish maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we had a training about 4 weeks ago. Yeah, we had a training July 21st. No, that was, when is that? Oh wow, yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago. So we had that training, and this weekend, they did a Botox party, and they made about, there were 2 of them. They made about $10,000. So that, we offer this service if you're trying to start a side gig. Okay, and then some people, are over the side gig thing, and they want to start a full-on wellness spa or a medical spa. And so we do have, those type of services as well. Okay, and for those people who want to have a full med spa, right, there are compliance things that you need to understand, like the corporate practice of medicine. You need to understand MSO agreements and other state compliance things, and we offer that as a service as well. Some people just want to use our medical director services, so that's something we offer. Okay, and then there are going to be some of you who are like, hey, this is kind of not what I was hoping for. But just because we are true to our mission, right, of trying to train and get practice to our nurses, we want to just give you guidance. So even if you don't want to continue with Replenish or even start with Replenish, we are here to just offer guidance. Okay. And so these are some things that we're not, because we want to make sure that you understand exactly what the aesthetics industry is. It's not an easy industry at all, right? It's not like selling Avon or insert MLM here. It's not a multi-level type of thing, right? So it's not a get rich quick type of thing at all, right? We're not hands off in your career. We're not just going to say, hey, here's your certificate, and then there you go. We're going to try our best to mentor you and to give you the practice you need so that you can move on with your career. Okay, so the reason why the aesthetics industry is very difficult, right, but very rewarding, is because somebody said it today. You need a lot of experience and confidence before you can start injecting with any med spa. So every med spa has a malpractice insurance, right? And so the malpractice claims, there are actually patients or clients who go around different cities and med spas and are waiting for people to mess them up. So it's very, I mean, if you're a very greedy med spa, of course, you're not going to be able to spot them out. But if you're, of course, very vigilant, you'll be able to spot them out, of course. But with that being said, if you are an inexperienced injector, and let's say you cause a venous occlusion, so you inject dermal fillers maybe too deep, right, into let's say their lips, and you get a venous occlusion. Well, that venous occlusion can also embolize, right? So you could cause a very serious injury to your clients. So it's very imperative that you actually know what you're doing. And so if you're a traditional med spa, right, you have probably an allotted budget for training, but why would you want to train somebody from zero experience to um, to be a very good injector? It may cost you like $20,000 or $30,000 to do that. So is it worth it? Plus, you already have to pay for malpractice. So there's a reason why the med spas typically don't train people or take people who are very inexperienced. Now, with that being said, of course, we can give you the experience that you need, right? So another pain point is, of course, that falls into this category. Where do I get the education and the practice? There are many training programs you can take. Somebody said AMET, there's Empire Medical Training, there's My Spa Live, there's Texas Laser Institute, there's National Laser Institute, there's blah, 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 right? All of them are going to give you the training that you need. Most importantly, to them, they're going to give you the certificate, right? You have to have a certificate that shows that you have been trained in these modalities before you start in aesthetics. That's the main thing. So the Board of Nursing, Texas Medical Board, if anything happens, that's going to be the first thing that they ask you. Where's your certificate, or where's your proof that you had education to do these trainings, okay, or to do these services. All right. So anybody can get you the certificate and the education, but are you going to be able to practice? That is the main problem that we saw with Replenish, right? And then, of course, the cost of getting the experience and practice is also a pain point. Some people want to charge you $500 to get, to join a Botox injecting club, but they don't give you the practice. So again, you're still left on your own, right? So we're gonna, if it's a cheap program, you're definitely not going to get your money's worth, and you're just going to be wasting a lot of time. Okay. And then when you work for a traditional spa, you're going to have to sign non-competes. You're going to have to, it's just the name of the game. And then if you are starting on your own without the proper education, you're going to have to worry about corporate practice of medicine laws, MSO agreements, startup costs, medical supervision, of course. All of those things kind of add up. And if I can kind of go through one by one, I would. But let's just say an MSO agreement that you would have to form with the lawyer, maybe $5,000. Startup costs, products, EMR malpractice, that may be an extra $20,000 a year, maybe. Medical supervision, $500 to $1,000 a month. That's about, let's say, $12,000 a year. So there's a lot of things that kind of add up sneakily that you don't really think about before you start. And so we kind of help with all those things at Replenish. Okay, so we provide those solutions for you, right? We have a community of injectors. We've trained over 300 Texas nurses. We're getting into Louisiana now, all over the place. McAllen, Houston, Dallas, Killeen, Temple, Austin, San Antonio. We train people kind of all over the place, and we have a community of providers all over the place, right? So we provide the unlimited practice, like we said, and then we have options for you to actually not just practice, but also make this a business for yourself, or a contracting side gig, or a full-on med spa. We're not a traditional job, but I have had multiple people use this as experience to then get said traditional job. So I have an injector, Bethany. I'm not going to give you her last name, of course, but Bethany, she was in Pearland, and she was with Replenish for about 6 to 7 months. And then, she came here because she wanted a traditional job, and she, put that experience on her CV and applied to It's a Secret and got a job. So she loved it there. She didn't stay there for that long because, again, traditional jobs are not. Let me just do this real quick. All right, so let's say you are applying to an aesthetic nursing position. Some of you are probably ER or ICU nurses. I always have them on the call, right? And you may make $40 to $50 to $60 an hour, right? So can you imagine now injecting at Crystal IV Hydration and Aesthetics and make $27 an hour? Or Tulum, which is actually a very nice looking spa. I was going to be their medical director, but they require, and this is not that bad of a salary, but they require 4 years in aesthetic cosmetic injectable experience. I knew their previous injector, and she's $1 million a year injector. All right, so another nurse injector position, $16 to $150 an hour. That doesn't make any sense. But let's see, how much do you need experience? You need experience with cosmetic injectables. Okay, another one, $30 to $45 an hour. All right, another one, $22 to $30 an hour. So you get the, so it's, you can work for a traditional job. That's not, that's not bad. It's just, it's not always going to be as great as it seems, right? If I were, and I'll be directly honest, if I was a nurse working in the ICU and I was making $50 an hour, I would never work for a traditional med spa that was going to pay me 20 something dollars an hour, unless that means that I can start and they would train me for free. Okay, so that's just me, and I'll be totally honest with you guys. All right, so we do provide that experience if you are seeking a traditional job, for sure. Most people who work with Replenish enter into a revenue share with Replenish and are contractors with Replenish. We purchase products for them, so there's no cost to them after they train, and we do a revenue share after the services are rendered. And the best part about Replenish compared to a traditional med spa is that at that med spa that was going to pay you $27 an hour, those clients, even if they're your friends or family, literally are the clients of the med spa. You're going to sign a contract with them that says you can't induce clients or any employees to leave, right? That's just with any standard contract. With Replenish, the clients are your clients. So even if we get clients for you, which we don't really typically do, but let's say that somebody asked, hey, they came through one of our portals and they wanted to do a Botox party, and we said, hey, Natalie, can you do this Botox party? those are your clients. Those are not Replenish's clients. So we purposely do it like that so that people can build an asset, okay, over time. And some people get too big for Replenish, right? Some people, grow their client base to 1,000, 1,500, and over years, and they have started their own med spa, right? And this just kind of gave them a springboard to do it without having to pay $4,000 a month in rent and then products and this and that. So we kind of gave them a good head start. Okay, so the many roads. Okay, there are many options to go on your career path, right? But it all starts with experience, unfortunately, right? Nobody, I think we've already discussed that it's going to be very hard to find somebody who's going to train a non-experienced person and also hire them at the price point that they want to be hired at, right? So inexperienced providers need a certificate. That's just no way around it. And then they need to practice. Somewhat experienced providers who have received the certificate need to practice. There's no way there's no way around that. Right? You have to feel comfortable injecting because you never want in the back of your mind that I'm about to cause a VO or I'm about to cause a ptosis. That's just not something that you want to do. I have had providers, right, in mentorship try to find bacteriostatic normal saline for reconstituting Dysport or Botox or any neuromodulators. They found that on Amazon, but it was bacteriostatic water. So her clients, they were complaining of this burning sensation, right? So luckily during mentorship, that was like her sister or something like that, right? If that is at a med spa or you're on your own, that may be, I mean, I don't think it would be, but that may be a reason to, one, never see you, but also you could get sued, right? Because you made them feel terrible. So you're supposed to reconstitute with bacteriostatic normal saline, not bacteriostatic water, and don't get that off of Amazon. Get that from us. We can give it to you and at a pharmacy or a compound pharmacy. Okay. So, and then for very experienced providers, they can just join into and enter into our membership and join our community. We provide MSO agreements, SOPs, or operating procedures, standard operating procedures, medical director, malpractice, EMR, and then we still purchase products for them up front. Okay, and then also for very experienced providers, if you want to keep 100% of the revenue, which is always awesome, and that's what I probably would do, you could just use us for our medical director services, but you would be responsible for the other things. But we would still help you provide for you the MSO agreement, the SOPs, right? And then you would be responsible for the rest of that stuff. Okay, so we have a 3-phase approach to becoming a Replenish provider if you don't have experience. Okay, and unfortunately, again, it starts with training. I would say fortunately, actually. This is a time where you should be excited because you are going to be learning a new skill for most of you. And for the people who already have the skill, it's a very good time because now you're going to be a competent injector. So phase 1, we have a 2-day training weekend, about once a month. Sometimes twice a month, depending on the month, but once a month usually. It's hosted in Houston. If you are traveling from McAllen or from Lake Charles or from somewhere that's a little bit far, San Antonio's kind of close, but Dallas, we can provide you lodging at the hotel that we normally train in. Okay, and then after that training, we enter you into our unlimited practice. So this is where we stand apart from most places. So, and you don't have to take notes. We're going to send you this presentation, but we have unlimited practice at no extra cost to you. So that means that some people need extra help than others. Some people have maybe shaky hands or they're just like not comfortable injecting at first, right? Some people need 2 extra sessions with neuromodulators. Some people need 5 or 6. Some people need 4 or 5 extra training sessions with each area of dermal fillers. Some people need 10. And we want you to become the best injector because we want to either supervise you and we be your medical directors, right? Or we want to enter into a revenue share with you. And so each one of those still is liability on us. So let's say that you are a new injector and you just want to, you just want to use us as your medical director. Well, we're probably not going to do that if you are not experienced because, again, if you mess up somebody's face, right, they're going to sue you. And who are they going to sue? They're not going to sue. They may, I mean, they will sue the nurses, but they will for sure sue the medical doctor. And so even if you are into a revenue share or medical directorship, we still want you to be the best injector possible because we also want to have a long business life. So that's one thing that you can count on. Other people are just going to train you and let you kind of go because it's easy to do that. We could have started a program really easily. Just, hey, we just want to train you and go on your way. Real simple to do that. It's very hard to train everybody to be a competent injector, but that's what we have chosen to do. Okay, so phase 1 is pretty simple. It's a 2-day training. First half is didactics, and second half, we actually give you hands-on experience that same day. So that's also unlike a lot of training programs. Most training programs do give you a little bit of experience on the same day, but we give you a full half of a day of experience for each modality. Okay, but that's not the best part of the program. Of course, we've just discussed that the best part is the practice after. So after you complete your training, anywhere you are, if it's Lake Charles, if it's Rio Grande Valley, McAllen, if it's Dallas, Austin, Houston, we have mentors already in your area waiting for you to get started with your mentorship. And so during your mentorship, they work with you one-on-one or two-on-one, and you guys practice. So if you need to get better technique, or you don't understand how to reconstitute, or you don't know which filler goes where and why, this is the time that you get those answers. And so we have a systematic approach where we hold your hand, and then more and more we stop holding your hand until you can do the service by yourself. It's very simple. Okay. And so some of the frequently asked questions is, can you host a Botox party but still receive mentorship in dermal fillers? The answer is yes. That's why the ladies in Rockwall, they were able to do their Botox party and still be in an IV therapy party this coming up week and still be in mentorship with dermal fillers. Okay. And then phase 3 is where the fun comes in. You receive 40% of the net revenue. So let's say you did a full face of Botox. You may use 50 units. That may be 600 to 650 per. I guess that may be not even an hour, to be honest with you. You walk away with like $120 for that one service. If you combine it with dermal fillers, you combine it with other things, it's more money for you. So for your hour of time, we pretty much double or triple the amount that $27 or $30 or $40 an hour that to me, that's kind of a slap in the face to a nurse who has had that much experience, who has went to school for that long and had this type of patient interaction for this long. So we have a very high revenue share because we think that the providers are worth it. Okay. And then if you want to receive 100% of the revenue, there are medical director only options, right? You contract with our medical director at a discounted price of $500 per month. Okay. And so that's it for that part. But so is that it for Replenish? No, of course not. That's just the introductory to Replenish, or the introduction to Replenish. We also train you on other things that once you join Replenish are at no cost to you. So microneedling is a very popular service with PRP, with or without PRP. IV therapy, if you're a nurse, you can automatically start doing IV therapy consults with really no help. We have SOPs for that, so you can it's really self-explanatory, but we'll go over that with you. A lot of people do Myers cocktails or recovery performance or just regular IV hydration. And then semaglutide, again, that's kind of a no-brainer. Even when you at your job, if you work in the hospital, I mean, everybody wants semaglutide, and our prices are very competitive. Testosterone is also a thing. PDO threads is more advanced, but once you master the aesthetic injectables, then you can get into PDO threads. Laser hair removal is not at every city, but in Houston, we are offering that. And then Kybella BHRT is bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So that's something we also offer. And then Sculptra. So we have a lot of different things that you guys can do after you join. So at no extra cost to you. So that's something that you guys should really take advantage of. A lot of programs, you go to Empire, they kind of do things a la carte, which is good, but you may pay 750 for sculpture or 1,000 for microneedling or this and that. We just said, you know what? Because we want you to do these services on your clients underneath us, hey, we're just going to offer it to you for free so you can have more modalities to treat your clients with. Okay, so this is the 13th slide. We don't like the number 13 because unlucky. Okay, so then, all right, so why do you want to join Replenish, right? Or how to join Replenish? This stuff does add up. We're not lying to you. So we save you $30,000 to $40,000. If you really want me to break that down, I really can, but just trust that it's probably even more than that, to be honest with you. If you get a medical director that that trusts you or likes you, they may supervise you for free, and that may save you $6,000 to $12,000. But I typically charge $1,500 to $2,000 per clinic that I supervise. So sometimes $4,000 a month. So some people are going to charge you $500 if you go through one of these services, but you're going to pay for what you get. So just know that we save you a lot of money in startup costs. All right. And then the other main thing is, I think we've already discussed this, but you can start building your clientele, right, which is an asset to you, right, at no extra cost after your initial training, right? So, and then another great thing is that you can reach out to us pretty much at any time as medical directors. So if you're offering a late IV therapy party or a late dermal filler party and something happens, right, we'll be available even late. Okay. So what are the options to join? And we did say that you are able to make money from day one, even today. And so we have a referral package for people who are interested. Sometimes, you may have a friend or, a nurse that that was talking to you about aesthetics, but just doesn't really know what to join or which company to join. And so we do offer referral fees. Okay, so the option to join for you guys, we have a 2-day, there are 4 ways. We have a 2-day hands-on training package, which we just discussed. It's unlimited, right? If you finance, it's usually about $165 to $300 per month through Cherry and Affirm. Those do not check they do a soft pull on your credit, so it's not going to affect your credit, right? And the package is usually $6,500, but because you are still on the presentation, we do $1,000 off of that for the next 7 days. Okay, and that includes automatic membership for free, which is normally $3,500. And the membership includes the community, the medical supervision for every service that we provide, even services that you may not have seen. Like one nurse wanted to do sclerotherapy, and we do sclerotherapy. It's just that it's not something that everybody wants to do, but we offer it. So that's something that we can supervise. And all of that's at no extra charge. Okay. And then some people are already experienced, right? But they just kind of need practice. I think somebody was telling us that they've taken 2 different classes, unfortunately, and they were not able to get the practice, right? Or not able to get the experience. So we do have an intensive mentorship package that is the same price. We used to make this package a little bit more, only because sometimes when you take a year off or 2 years off, you're not able to to retrain is sometimes harder than just going through our training program from the beginning. But it was getting a little bit too confusing, so we just offer it at the same price. But you do get to skip the 2 days and go directly into practice, right? If you did need to do the practice, you're also welcome to do that as well. Okay, but it's the same price and the same financing, or some people pay it outright. Okay, and then for our very, very experienced providers who don't need any type of training or practice, but just want to offer wellness services, or they just want to offer aesthetic services with Replenish, it is $3,500 at one-time payment. Or if you use our financing options, it's about $95 to $200 per month, right? And we've already discussed the perks of being a member. Okay, and then for those people who are experienced, but they're like, hey, you know what, I love you guys, but I just really want to use you as a medical director, we're okay with that as well. So for those members, you can contract with us at $500 a month, which is pretty much the cheapest you're going to get. And then the GFEs, or the good faith exams, as nurses, you're technically not allowed to quote unquote prescribe. So you're probably wondering, well, how would I offer semaglutide, or how will I offer testosterone? Well, it's the same way you're going to offer Botox. You don't actually prescribe. You are educating your clients, and we're doing the prescribing, right? So we have an adaptive form for both testosterone and semaglutide. You're going to be explaining this to your clients, and we would actually consult them, and you still get paid to educate and to inject your clients, just like with Botox and dermal fillers. So the membership for that is also $3,500. But for the next 7 days, just like we're doing $1,000 off of the other 2 packages, we're going to waive the entire membership fee for the medical director only packages. Okay. So, but I don't think anybody on this call wanted to do that. But if you did, or you do know somebody who just wants a medical director, they can waive that price of $3,500. Okay. So that was a lot of information, right? So, but I do want to thank you guys for sticking through the entire presentation. It's a lot of stuff to get through. If you just want guidance, please reach out to us. Here's the number you can text, or you can, also chat, 832-861-7675. And then we're also going to be sending this presentation to you, right, by email. And then we're going to be sending you this this link, because we want to offer you a thank you. So for those of you who are interested in semaglutide, we're going to give you a free semaglutide online training. And then so you can see how easy it is really to offer semaglutide. It's just a matter of sending your clients to literally a form. They're going to pay anywhere from $250 to $500 per month, depending on how much money you want to make. And you receive 20% of the gross payment. So it's really simple. So, but we're going to send you that free training, right? And then all you have to do is on that survey, click that you want the free training, and then we'll send it to you. Just as a thank you, because again, we want to make sure that, you as a nurse, by the way, my family is full of nurses. So this is something that we are passionate about, right? So I just want you guys to understand that we're not just doing this as a training company. Like, we actually do have a family full of healthcare providers. So if you have any questions right now, you can ask them for the next few minutes. But if you don't, I again want to say thank you for attending. And then if you want to text me your questions because you're chicken, or you just don't want to ask it in front of other people, that's perfectly fine too. Okay? So are there any questions, or did I answer everything very thoroughly already? Okay, so if there are no questions, then I want to thank everybody and have a productive day. We are going to be sending you emails, so watch out for your emails. And then if you you have the phone number to text, and we're also probably going to text you as well, so that if you didn't write it down properly, then we will also be sending you some more information. Okay? All right, guys. I appreciate your time, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.